Hello, back. Move back. Move back. It's a bit wet. It's a bit wet. So I've left my pad, the actual protection for my iPad at home. So oh look, Mike's just gone past. Mike, DJ Mike. His van has just gone past. It's going to go past Mr. Daniel Davidson's place of work. So you may have noticed that I was at Kent Street Community Church yesterday doing some tests, live streaming stuff. So it was almost successful. A few errors in performance with sound and lighting. There was a big massive glow behind the preacher, if you noticed, and it was like the actual wall was glowing. So shout out to whoever's in charge of that light. Next time we do it, switch it off or do some alterations with it. My suggestion: 40 watt bulbs. Don't put the 60s in. Flipping heck. Sunburn. So I was speaking to a friend this morning about my lost cup, my little lost flask that was Eat Fresh Subway. So I think it's gonna. So travel mug, Live Church Warrington. Thank you, Big Pete. He knows I love my coffee. So how's everybody getting on? So it was a bit difficult. It was a bit strange for me to go back to Kent Street the other day. So I popped in on Thursday. Said hello to the guy in charge of the idea of let's get back on the internet and live stream. So there's a few do's and don'ts apparently now. So back in the day, it was do not film the kids unless you've got consent. Now it's if there's anybody on the stage and you're filming on the stage, make sure every person on that stage has got written consent, or a voice of conversation between the camera operator and the person on the stage. So I don't know if it's all bells and whistles or howsy doozies. So apparently I need to have a shout out to a young man. I went round his little house yesterday, and so Leslie Rennie, good to see you, my friend. So I know where you live, so I can knock on your door and go, hello, welcome to the neighbourhood. So if you noticed over the last couple of minutes, well, not couple of minutes, the actual time that I was at Kent Street, you noticed something that came up on the screen from time to time, muted for copyright. So in the past, as you know, I recorded the whole service. So it come up with you are using copyrighted material. Just to let you know that this part of the music is owned by somebody else. So I didn't want to be bombarded by copyright material, so I actually put on the screen at the corner, muted for copyright. So a good friend of mine who's in Romania pointed out, saying, why is it muted? ? So I tried to explain that we are not allowed to broadcast copyright material, because you get pulled, you get muted, or the actual video gets deleted. So with my channel of YouTube, I've had for almost 13-14 years, and I've had one strike, and it was quite funny really, because the strike happened last year, and apparently I think it was the 5th of September 2020. So I thought, which video did I get a strike for? Because I couldn't review it because it got muted and deleted, so I couldn't review which one it was. So I could actually apologise to whoever's in. I mean, so it just come up with a community strike. Barney. So I think it stopped raining, and my iPad is covered in my little wash bag. I put it in a wash bag. So I need to update my Wi-Fi because it still says Kent Street Community Church. It did say missing James Miller. So in this area now, every time you turn around, no joke, there's a picture of missing James Miller, age 36, missing from Warrington. I need to read the sign. 22nd of December 2020 at 11 p.m. So how do we know he's been missing since then? CCTV. So we'll go get on with the papers. So I've done the shout out for Les because he wants me to. So there's a close up of the date, which is another week at work. So I've got another 2 weeks. So I've got this week and next week, and then it's payday, bill day, debt day, and clear score keeps reminding me, saying missed payment, because I'm unable to contact EE, only via letting them know that I'm paying the bits at a time. So my account has been suspended. I don't want it deleted, so I want it to continue. So I don't have to bring out the other one, because I've got two. I've got the £20 for 100 gig, and I've got one for Vodafone, 33 quid a month, which could change now because of the VAT has come back on. So that 35 pence, 33 quid and 35p. So apparently someone's died. Phil Spector. Have a close up there. Oh, it's a pop producer. Jailed for murder. Don't know who that is. So it answers on the comments at the side, on below, or wherever you see comments when I go live. This is almost live. This is pre-recorded, as you know. Right, football scores on the doors, and I don't want to say anything because everybody was excited to see that a certain Premiership team is back up on top. So you know who that is, don't you? So if you don't want to know the scores, turn away now. So I'll tell you who was playing. A little scroll. Do the Star Wars scroll. Mandalorian. There's one for discussion. So Liverpool and United were playing. City, Crystal Palace, Sheffield United and Tottenham. I'm reading back to front, you know. I've got that talent. So that's it. Front and back. football scores. So the weather, according to where I am, is partly cloudy, and hopefully the sun will come out, the clouds will disappear, and it'll be a beautiful day in the neighbourhood. Beautiful day in the neighbourhood. So I got a nice response from a young girl on a bike who I see quite often. And she said hello. So I thought, oh hello, nice to see you. So she wasn't dressed in a normal, like me, high vis going to work. She was just, scarf on, hat on, hood up. Hello. So I thought, nice to see you. So, as I used to call them, the usual suspects. So the usual suspects have been and gone. So there you go. Cheers. Latte, Costa, Express, caramel latte. So Big Les. So hopefully, if I'm going past your house, I'll be dropping you a Costa. And apparently you want hot chocolate. Something that is quite unusual to me is when you see homeless guys on the streets, they're always wanting hot chocolate. Don't know why. So that is a food for thought. A question: why do, when people buy people drinks who are homeless, why do they always say hot chocolate? So if you know that already, I'd like to know your comments on that, because I've always been always curious. So every time I had finances years and years ago from a local church, Living Waters used to donate loose change for me to serve the homeless. So I used to take the change and then go to McDonald's, and then whoever's outside, but every single homeless guy or girl who sat outside in the cold, hot chocolate. So it's good to see a few familiar faces at Kent Street the other day. I messaged Jill Cooper to say I'm coming back. So unfortunately Jill couldn't make it last night. So it was good that we had some familiar faces who actually tuned in and watched. But I do apologise for the sound, boys and girls. Video was fine. I wasn't too fussed. If you had the actual camera nearer, and then, because I actually placed the camera behind some chairs that people sat in front of. So they actually said, if I stand, will I be in the way? Carry on, just go for it. I'm only testing. So I managed to get it out on social medias. So and then the question was, asking people's permission. So which was I don't know. Yeah, it's a hard subject really. Asking people's permission for them to be filmed, because they're considering getting me involved for live streaming the service every week. So you've all been tagged all those people who are were there, and I managed to get Calf, young Calf was there, and how do I watch it? How do I watch it? How do I see it? How do I see it? Well, add me as a friend on Facebook, or I'll show you where I am on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So I viewed it on Twitter the other day. Wasn't that good? And it took me forever to actually download the copy that I put up on the internet, because it kept saying error, 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 error. So I had to search the whole internet to find a link that would actually download my work. So I managed to find one. It took me about an hour, because I've got these little links, like download all materials, social media materials. So every time I tried it, error, error, error. I didn't go to one. It downloaded it, but the sound kept cutting out. I don't want to be broadcasting that. So I found a decent copy of it, downloaded it, put it into my editing software, and focus the screen on the preacher, nothing else. Everybody else was blanked out. So I had the preacher, Dave, and the only thing I forgot to do was it was out of sync. Lips and voice. The actual video weren't matching the lips. When Dave was talking, it was almost like watching a Chinese movie or kung fu movie. So they're like. So I'm all right with this video because it's already matched. It's already you know what I mean. But I was matching the camera to the audio from the desk, so I forgot to take it out of sync. So my battery's low, and it's starting to rain again. So I need to go because I've talked too much. This tech talk is too much. So I love you and leave you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Same time, same channel, or channels. Life on the Bench, which is now missing in action. And a shout out to Task Jesus, guys. We lost one of our own last night, Dave Dawson. So bless you, mate. Nice knowing you, Dave Dawson. He loved his chippy tea. So bless you, guy. See you later. Trying to find stop button. Oh, bye.